If I look or sound tired on these videos, that is because I typically work 12 to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, developing the TerreSculptor software, creating videos for this channel, plus all of the rest of life's tasks. A quick note on the new high-end desktop workstation that I am purchasing for providing large terrain services through Demenzun Media. The Intel Xeon W7 2495X 24-core 48-thread processor with Asus W790 Ace motherboard and 512 gigs of DDR5 RDIMMs has been ordered. It should be assembled and ready to start providing massive terrain height map services to all of you later this month of June. The largest height map that it can support is 136.9 billion square kilometers, that's with a B, which is a 370,000 meter by 370,000 meter area. In this video, we're going to be discussing current and future features for the TerreSculptor terrain software. First off, here's a list of the new features of the last few builds during April and May 2023. The new biome devices are available, which are complete weight map and splat map extraction devices. I will make a tutorial video on using them soon. The new command line interpreter is available. It supports loading files and batch converting 65 file formats. There are new generators, including bricks, checker, pyramid, and stripes. A new advanced fill holes void fill algorithm that works really well is completed. There has been many updates to the Mapper Dem Explorer. Improved digital elevation model header and projection file parsing now provides more GIS-style features. And an improved file scale system with more real-world terrain parameters. TerreSculptor's minimum system requirements for display screen resolution are changing as of June 2023. Up until now, the software supported displays as small as 1200 by 720 from 15 plus years ago. This has been updated as of June 2023 so that the minimum display resolution is now 1400 by 960. Support for SXGA 1280 by 1024, HD 1366 by 768, and HD Plus 1600 by 900 has been discontinued. The majority of people using the software have 1920 by 1080 or higher resolution monitors, so that is now the default supported resolution. This change to fixed dialog sizes also means that anyone using a 1440 monitor cannot go above 150% display magnification or the dialogues will be clipped. And anyone on a 4K 2160 monitor cannot go above 200% display magnification or the dialogues will be clipped. The new larger dialogues provide a much more immersive workflow experience. This is just a small number of the upcoming features for TerreSculptor. The current crop device dialog will get a resizable to full screen option. The current composite weight map extractor will be expanded to be a device for use on the terrain stack, plus additional weight map types added into the composite device. The current scene backgrounds are to include a full spherical sky to take advantage of fully spherical textures. A new merge device that merges a height map file with any location on the current terrain, good for pasting tiles into an existing height map. The current tile import dialog will add a new rotate swap tile reordering system. Additional gradient generator devices, including diamond and triangle, plus new generators for textures, including wood, granite, caustics, and others. Additional noise map devices, including line noise, diamond square, FBM, spectral, wavelet, and others. Additional filter devices, including chaos and scatter. Additional geology devices, crater, dozer, fault line, fold, mountain, rockify, sediment, shelf, stones, volcano, and others are planned. additional erosion devices. The file format update, including EXR, FBX, PCX, IMG, and others. The camera update with new orthogonal camera plus numeric controls for setting the camera positions, and also saving the viewport camera position in the TS World project file. The OpenGL update, where the 3D render engine gets an update to more advanced 3D rendering features, including normal maps, detail normal maps, per pixel lighting, and more. The material update will add a new multi-texture material to the existing set, where you can use a splat map and multiple textures. The water update will add a nice water plane to the scene that supports normal map waves and per pixel lighting for specular. A quick mask drawing dialog where you can hand paint a mask for use on the terrain stack. The scene mesh list system. This will allow for placing primitives into the scene, such as cubes and pyramids, and will allow for scattering grass and trees for scale. The new VBasic scripting language. A split creator that allows for splitting the height map terrain into jigsaw-like different sized squares and rectangles. A mesh to height map converter using line casting, which will allow converting tins and other meshes to height maps. A mesh warp feature that uses a grid of vertex points that let you move the points around the screen to warp the height map or mask. A continent creator that lets you use 2D splines to draw the shape of the island or continent that you wish to create. A third-person player mesh for WASD camera mode so that you can see the player scale in the world as you run around on the terrain. Additional file inspectors for more file formats. Inspectors are already on PNG and TIFF file formats. A progressive LOD terrain system in the main viewport that supports terrains up to 1 million by 1 million. 3D sculpting of the terrain once the progressive LOD mode is completed. 3D spline-based devices, including roads, train tracks, rivers, lakes, and more. A new welcome dialog that shows thumbnails of the project file screen capture images in the recent file list. The plugin update where support for third-party plugins in TerreSculptor will be possible. A plugin for Unreal Engine 5 is under development, which will allow for direct use of TS World and TS Map file formats with Unreal Engine, plus possibly a larger world import workaround. The possibility of using OpenCL to accelerate some of the slower features in the software. The possibility of using AI to improve the quality of some of the features. AI-generated erosion is something that I would like to see, plus AI-generated height maps would be interesting. Well, that wraps up this episode. You have been watching Tech Talk with Demenzun Media. Please consider subscribing to the channel to help me in the YouTube algorithm.